this, okay? So understand this. Cancer is not an outside force. It can be triggered, cell changing can be triggered by outside forces, but cancer is not an outside force. Cancer is literally you. It's your cells that has mutated. It's you. All right? These cancer cells is all 100% you. It's not an outside cell, it is you. So we create cancer in our body daily. Okay. The difference between cancer cells and normal cells, and I'm reading this from the Cancer Institute. Cancer cells differ from normal cells in many ways. Okay, this is really important because this is what makes it different. Grow in the absence of signals telling them to grow. Normal cells can grow when they receive such a signal. Okay? So usually normal cells grow, the body signals to them to grow. Cancer cells do not get that signal, they just grow. Okay? Ignore signals that normally tell cells to stop dividing or die. This process is known as programmed apoptosis. Think about this. This is what makes cancer different. You know of a tumor, right? What do you know of in the body that actually keeps growing with it stacks upon itself? The liver cells grow the length of the liver. They do not continuously keep growing. Because if not, you'll have a massive liver. Your liver will be 3 and 4, 5 times the size. The stomach cells stop growing at a certain length. The heart doesn't continuously grow. Same with your joint cells. Same with your bone cells. They don't continuously grow. You're not 10 feet tall. You're not 50 feet tall. It stops after a while. The signal, the body tells them, hey, time, stop. It's time. You at the limit. We need you. Stop. Cancer cells do not. Cancer cells don't understand. They don't have that signal. That's why they create an actual tumor. They keep growing and growing and growing, and they grow on top of each other. Okay, we don't have enough space. Let's grow. They become like a building. But they think they start growing tall buildings. They start making tall buildings because there wasn't enough land. So they grow up build up versus build out. Well, cancer cells will build up and out. They don't stop. They keep growing. Difference between cancer cells and regular cells. They don't die. They don't have a programmed death. They will just keep growing and growing. Invading nearby areas and spreading to other body parts. Okay? Normal cells stop growing when they encounter other cells. And most normal cells do not move around the body. What happens when you find somebody to get cancer? When it has metastasized. That means it has gone into other parts. You have liver cancer, all of a sudden you have liver cancer, then that liver cancer spreads to your lungs, it spreads to your spine, it spreads to your stomach. It keeps moving around and growing. It spreads. Another thing cancer cells do differently. It tells blood vessels to grow towards the tumors. These blood vessels supply tumors with oxygen, nutrients, and remove waste from the tumor. It's its own life. It's its own being. Cancer cells it's its own being. It says, hey, I'm growing. I'm creating my own population here. I'm creating my own population here. This is my city. I'm taking over. I need food. It tells the body, hey, I need food. It creates its own new blood vessels to go there to feed it. Those blood vessels gives it the nutrients. And when you eat, not only is it giving your regular body nutrients, it's feeding the cancers. So because the cancer cells need nutrition. It needs oxygen. It needs to flush its waste out. It's its own new entity. It's like somebody coming into your city and building a new city and spread. It's like gentrification. Cancer cells are like gentrifying your city. They're coming in and taking over. What used to be there is not there anymore. We're taking this spot. We want the new area. This blood vessels, we want these new blood vessels, these new roadways to go to our land. So cancer cells is like gentrifying your other body parts. It's spreading in, and sometimes it's not wanted. Not even sometimes. It's not wanted, but it still moves in. Okay? So and it's going to give itself its own food supply. Cancer cells hide from the immune system. The immune system normally eliminates and damages abnormal cells. Cancer cells hide from the immune system. Remember I told y'all when you first